It took me a while to come around, but I finally found the real story behind the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. When I first unboxed it, I honestly wasn't that excited. I expected a flashy moment, the Ultra thrill, unwrapping the phone, feeling the premium metal, firing it up, and immediately justifying every little thing that seemed unnecessary. That moment didn't come. It felt more like I had just picked up the S25 Plus by mistake. From the outside, the changes looked barely visible. Same 5,000 milliamp hours battery, same RAM, same storage, and then there was the S Pen, suddenly stripped of its Bluetooth functionality because apparently 1% of people used it. That's a pretty strange data point to act on, and even stranger to publicly admit. Still, the more time I spent with this phone, the more I began to see the subtle story Samsung was trying to tell. This isn't a device that wins you over with a flashy reveal. It wins by being smart where it matters. Subtle power, performance gains that you'll actually feel. Let's talk about what's actually new. The Galaxy S25 Ultra is powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 for Galaxy, or as Samsung is calling it, the Elite chip. That name sounds excessive, sure, but the performance speaks for itself. This chip is fast, not just on paper. 40% faster CPU, 35% better GPU, but fast in real-world situations. Heavy multitasking, smooth gaming, no stutters, no overheating, no throttling. App launches are instantaneous, and everything from video editing to document work just flows. But here's where it gets better. Efficiency. The S25 Ultra consistently runs cooler than the S24 Ultra, and that's not just a spec sheet detail. It's something you'll feel in daily use. Your phone doesn't heat up while watching YouTube or while streaming in 4K. That means longer sessions without that dreaded battery drain panic and without throttled performance. The Galaxy AI experience, not just a gimmick. AI is Samsung's big play this year, and while some still see it as a buzzword, I've got to say this version of Galaxy AI delivers. Text summaries, real-time translations, note formatting, and intelligent photo editing have all found a place in my routine. It's not just about flashy demos anymore. This is practical AI. If you're someone who's constantly juggling notes, texts, and photos, these AI tools streamline your workflow. There's an ease that comes with having AI that feels like it's quietly working in the background without being intrusive. And it's baked into the system, not some standalone app or awkward add-on. Apple's Apple Intelligence feels far behind in this space. Samsung has taken a confident step forward, and for once, it actually makes using the phone better. A design that divides, streamlined or soulless. Now, let's talk about the hardware. I'll be honest, the design threw me off at first. It's lighter, thinner, and slightly more rounded, which might sound like improvements, but in practice it made the device feel generic, like the character was lost somewhere in the polishing process. The S24 Ultra felt like it had presence. This one feels like a placeholder, but design is subjective. Most people are going to throw a case on this thing anyway, so it's not a deal breaker. It's just something you notice if you're really into design details. What does matter more is what's happening on the front. Display evolution. Small changes, big results. Samsung has subtly increased the display size to 6.9 inches while trimming the bezels by nearly 30%. The result is a stunning visual experience. Watching content, scrolling through social feeds, and playing games feels more immersive. There's also a new feature called Procaler. It uses AI to upscale content and sharpen details, something you'll appreciate when watching older videos or lower-res content. And the anti-reflective coating is still here, which continues to be a standout feature for outdoor visibility. This isn't the kind of update that screams innovation, but it's a sign of refinement. Samsung's display game was already strong. Now it's sharper and more user-focused than ever. Battery life. Same capacity, better results. Here's where things get interesting. Even though Samsung stuck with the same 5,000 milliamp hours battery. The S25 Ultra manages to last longer than the S24 Ultra. In side-by-side tests, this phone gave me nearly 40 minutes more on average, especially noticeable during video streaming and camera-heavy days. Charging speeds haven't changed, still 45W wired and 15W wireless, but I never felt like I was waiting too long to power up. And let's be real, most of us charge overnight anyway. This improvement in battery life isn't about size. It's about synergy, how the new chip, the new software, and the refined screen all work together to waste less energy. Camera overhaul, quietly outstanding. When you first glance at the camera specs, it doesn't look like much has changed. Yes, there's a new 50MP ultra-wide lens, but the main sensor and telephoto seem unchanged. That's deceptive. Samsung's new ProVisual engine completely changes how this camera processes images. Colors are more accurate, skin tones are more natural, and detail preservation is miles ahead of where it used to be. I took the same shots on the S24 Ultra and the S25 Ultra. Same lighting, same framing, and the difference was clear. The new shots look like they came from a higher-end mirrorless camera. On the video side, Samsung added log recording. If you're a content creator or filmmaker, this is a massive deal. It gives you much more dynamic range and flexibility in post. Combine that with AI-powered enhancements, and you've got a phone that doesn't just shoot great video, it shoots editable, cinematic footage. This might be the best camera on a smartphone right now, not because it has the biggest numbers, but because of what it does with them. Refinement over revolution. After a few months of usage, my perspective on the Galaxy S25 Ultra has completely changed. This phone isn't about radical redesigns or headline-grabbing features. It's about getting the little things right. It's about long-term user experience, not momentary hype. Performance is faster. AI is more integrated and actually useful. The camera delivers better results in every condition. Battery life has improved. And you get all of that in a phone that runs cooler, lasts longer, and still comes with Samsung's promise of 7 years of software support. When you pair that with the Galaxy ecosystem, whether it's a Galaxy Tab, Galaxy Watch, or Buds, you get an experience that's hard to match. Final thoughts. The Galaxy S25 Ultra is proof that Samsung knows how to evolve a product without reinventing the wheel. It's not flashy for the sake of being flashy. It's focused. And for the first time in a long time, that focus has made this Ultra device truly feel Ultra. So if you're holding on to the S22 or S23 Ultra, this might be the jump that finally feels worth it. Not because of one game-changing feature, but because everything feels just better. And that, sometimes, is the best upgrade you can ask for.